What's going on, guys? Welcome back to 100% Chelsea and welcome to your opposition preview with the man himself, Robbie. How are you, mate?
Good to be here, man. Good to be here. Look, I even wore blue for you.
I know, right? It's just so you don't get caught. You've got to be blending in.
No, you know, I just had a meeting. Remember the Real Football Fan Show that we did on Channel 4? That's coming back on in September. So I was coming from a meeting for there. I had to be a little bit smart, you know what I mean?
You had to dress
Yeah,
up.
couldn't really go in there with my Arsenal shirt on.
No.
So,
I mean, you look good. You look good. I mean, you look better than Arsenal did at the weekend. Let's be honest. I mean,
there we go.
What
It didn't take you long, did it? It didn't take you long.
You set them up. I knock it down. You know that.
Listen,
don't give me the opportunity.
It's the hardest possible game you could have for your first game, isn't it? I mean, Man City. Remember, you played them the week before, and you saw what they'd done to you as well.
Yeah.
So, you know, they're, I don't know. We were all sort of thinking to ourselves, "Oh, it's the best time to catch them this early." Nah, they were up for it. They were prepared. They were a well-oiled machine, and I think we were trying a lot of new things. You know, we're trying to play it out from the back a lot more than what we normally do. Really trying to press in game. There's a lot of difference to an Arsene Wenger Arsenal that we saw last week. They play in a similar style, and at the moment they're just much better than us. And it showed. They were good. They were good.
Is there a notable difference between Wenger and Emre already, or is it still early to tell?
From what I can see already, there's a difference. You could see a big difference last week in that he wants to play the ball out from the back. He literally every single time Cech got the ball, he never kicked it long once. He every single time tried to play it amongst the black four and work it out from there. Whereas, you know, with Wenger, sometimes he play it out from the back. Other times he'll get Cech to kick it long or kick it into channels and stuff like that. Just didn't do that. Last week, every single time they tried to play out from the back. Obviously, Man City, a real pressing team, pressed up on us and nearly caught us out a few times. So there was a big, and also up front, we really tried to press.
Yeah.
You know, didn't always get it right. You know, I mean, sometimes players were pressing, others weren't, and stuff like that. But big difference, really, are what I could see in his style to Arsene Wenger's style last week.
I mean, who are the notable players then in that 11? Then obviously we're talking about when Wenger brought in, Aubameyang. He did okay. Didn't do what a lot of people expected him to do. I guess.
Hold on, wait a minute. He did more than okay.
No. I'm not saying.
I mean, in January, from January to the end of the season, he scored over 10 goals.
Yeah, well, you know me. My okay is, it's decent. It's good. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm saying he
did a good
job. I mean, that's not hard. I could do better than Morata.
More goals than Giroud as well.
Yeah, well,
you know, he done brilliantly when he came.
No,
in.
he did.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously him, Lacazette. I mean. Is Aubameyang going to be starting on the left of a front three? How's it going to look?
That's what's going to be interesting to see, because last week obviously he went with Aubameyang up front, and Lacazette came off the bench. And to be honest, it wasn't until Lacazette came off the bench when we looked a bit more potent. You know what I mean? I'm thinking this week, I really like to see him start with both of them. Like you said, Aubameyang out a bit wider and Lacazette down the middle, because I think Lacazette holds the ball up better. Aubameyang is brilliant. You've got to get the ball in behind her. You've got to get him running at defenders. He's not great at holding the ball up and that, but Lacazette is. Even for a small guy, he's good at holding it up. Lot of strength, really can bring players in, and of course he's two of them are great goal scorers. So it'd be interesting to see this week, because I just got the feeling the other day he was kind of leaving something in reserve as well, if it didn't work out. So having Lacazette to come on is sort of like, if it ain't working out with Aubameyang, at least I can bring him on. Maybe I see that Welbeck's back in training.
Yep.
Maybe he could be that option off the bench. But it'll be interesting. You know what? For me, it's all new with this new manager, because first of all, we saw a new style of play last week and a home game. I'm looking at him like, what are we going to see here? Is he going to do what Wenger's done in the past and try to go toe-to-toe, which has ended disastrously here on occasions?
Yeah.
Or is he going to be more pragmatic? He's going to be more defensive. That's going to be really interesting for me to see. I just do not know what his style is going to be against Chelsea.
What's he like though? Like, when obviously you must have spent minutes. Obviously, you went on pre-season as well. I mean, everyone at some point watches their manager prowl the touchline. I mean,
he's a prowler.
Is he a prowler?
He's a prowler. He doesn't sit down. He's up. He's barking orders. He's a bit like Conte that you had here, but not as wild, but a bit like that. He doesn't really sit down at all. He's just like always on the, in pre-season it was the same. A couple of times I was near the dugout, he's always barking out orders, you go there, you go there. From what I've heard from people at Arsenal, when I've spoken to them, he's a guy, he's different to Wenger. Whereas Wenger allow people to play with a lot of freedom, he's a bit different. I want you to do this, and I want you to do that, and you saw that last week with us. He obviously gave check instructions, play it out from the back every time. So he's his own man, and as I said, I'm really intrigued to see what he's going to do here at Chelsea. It's a really difficult start. City and then you guys, you got a great win last week.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people say, oh, it's only Huddersfield, but it's not the easiest place to go to. Although I do think Huddersfield are going to struggle this season.
Huddersfield are one of mine to go down this year.
Yeah, but it's going to be it's a tough game. I'm under no illusions. It's tough.
I mean, so we'll speak of the season. So we've spoken about Unai Emery, we've spoken about how he plays. If you don't win this game, do you still consider the top 4 race, likely, or is it a case of
it's
it going to be a bit more difficult? No, I know, but this way, you would have played City, you would have played Chelsea. Everyone else is going to be picking up points in and around the other teams as well.
But it's 2 games.
Yeah.
Listen, it's not the end of the world. Probably as far as winning the league's concerned. You lose your first 2 games, your chances of winning La Liga, especially with City in there, Liverpool, teams like that, your chances are really, really low then. But I don't think realistically any Arsenal fans looking at the league this year. They're looking at trying to get back in those Champions League places, and you could lose your first 2 games and still get back in it.
Yeah, of course.
It's not ideal, obviously. It's not ideal. It's not good for morale and stuff like that. But I think, listen, people got to recognise, Arsenal fans got to recognise this. Of every team in that Premier League, I think it's the hardest start. Yeah. To have City and then Chelsea away. I think it's difficult.
I mean, you look at it that way. Obviously, you're saying the league is out of the question. I think even
it's out of the question.
I mean, I wouldn't put it.
We haven't got enough firepower in all departments. We haven't got enough to win the league, right? When you see City last week bring in De Bruyne, Jesus off the bench.
It's ridiculous, isn't it?
And Leroy Sané off the bench. At the moment we can't beat that. They just got too much quality. Yeah. And I look at Liverpool. They've bought brilliantly. They've got a lot of quality. Even you guys, you've got a very good team, a very good squad. I think we're behind. Although I do look at it and I say, we're not going to get past Liverpool. We're not going to get past City realistically, but there are a chance to have a go at some. Have a go. You're right, mate. Black taxi drivers, mate. I love them. Right. We do have a chance to try and get past some of the others. So you guys, Man United, Spurs. That's where we got to try and
I think those. It's definitely those. There's 2 that are seen off already. It's just a case of seeing how I think for us the difficult thing is going to be dealing with a whole season of Europa League to see almost how we do in the.
Welcome to our world.
I know. So what was it? What was it like then? What was it like then?
He's the second one who said Chelsea are going to win 3-1. What was it like Europa League?
Yeah. What was it? Because was that your first full season in Europa League as well? Yeah. What was it like?
I think the Europa League is. Listen, I enjoyed some of the away games because we played a lot of teams that we don't normally play. Yeah. But that Europa League for me is a joke. That you can, if you actually analyse the tournament, we beat all the Europa League equivalents put in front of us, and even teams with good reputations like AC Milan dispatched of them easily. Look really, really good. And then just as you're on your way to thinking, we can win this, you get to a semi-final, you get Atletico Madrid. They're a Champions League team.
You missed Giroud that game, didn't you? Huh? You missed Giroud that game, didn't you?
Well, listen, they're a better team than us.
Yeah.
You saw they won the Super Cup, they beat Real Madrid. They're a top team, right? How can any competition make sense when you're going to have a team that's a Champions League team drop down into another competition to come? It's the absolute joke. Yeah. And I look on the competition and say to myself, well, maybe it's a chance to win that and get back into the Champions League. But the same could happen this year. You could A PSG could drop out.
Yeah.
And
Well,
you get them. It's just a joke.
You
know?
can never, whenever, because obviously people have already been asking, how do you think we can do in the Europa League? You can never guess because you don't know who's going to drop out from there.
You can't, like, I've had fans saying, yeah, you know, our best chance of getting back into the Champions League is through the Europa League. How can you can't predict it because you don't know who's going to drop out.
Yeah.
You know, it could be like when United won it, they had Ajax in the final, but Ajax team full of kids.
Yeah.
Right? You can get lucky like that, or it'd be like us last year where, you know, you're up against Athletic, Godin, you know what I mean, and Griezmann, all these guys, right, have just suddenly dropped out into this. It's a joke. So that's, you know, I wish we weren't in that competition. I kind of wish that, like the season when you won the league, when you ain't got nothing to, all you can do is, I'd rather that. But it is what it is, and you know, we could get you.
We could.
We could get you like in the semis or quarters. You know,
that'd be fun. I'd enjoy that. I mean, it would.
I'd enjoy that. I would enjoy that.
As a student, it'd be good for my bank balance as a student. That's what I'm saying.
It could be a great tournament if they just left it without making teams drop back in. You know, but I think it's a farce at the moment, that competition, and it was sort of my first time witnessing it, being in it last year, and I was just like, it don't make sense, this competition, but we're in it again. Yeah, and you know, all them Sunday games and that, it's not good. It'll be difficult for both of us.
Yeah, it will be. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with that.
Yeah.
But we'll analyse that. We've spoken about the teams. There's one more thing to ask, Robbie. We'll go league position, because it's quite early in the season. Where do you think Arsenal finish? And a prediction for this weekend's game.
All right, prediction for this weekend's game, I think a draw.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
I'm not 100%. Listen, if we come here and win, wow.
Yeah.
That would be such a big boost for Unai Emery, because we haven't come here and won for years. So we did come here and get a point last year. We're capable of doing that again. We've got quality in the team. So that's my prediction, draw for this weekend. Top four, I'm going to go City to win it, Liverpool second. I think United will probably come third. Then it's between all of us lot in the I'm going to go us fourth.
fourth place again?
Yeah.
Oh, is it Wenger in disguise? That's the question.
Listen, it's a rebuilding thing now, you know what I mean? And, you know, we're not used to this change of manager stuff, you know what I mean? So it's a whole new experience for us.
You'll get used to it soon. It's going to happen eventually.
Not as much as you guys.
I know. It's going to be ridiculous. But listen, if you want to hear about Chelsea and all their stuff, if you come over from Arsenal Fan TV, you're going to have seen it already. But if you want to see what I think is going to happen in this game and have the opposition preview, make sure you head across to Arsenal Fan TV and hit that subscribe button. I could do with a few subscribers as well, to be honest.
I like your channel, man. Sub 100PC Chelsea.
Do you get that? Jack, did you get that? Mad.
I like your team, but I like your channel. It's a good channel.
I appreciate that. Thank you, Robbie.
Real fans.
Yeah, that's it. That's what you want. Real fans here every single game. We're going to be at Arsenal this weekend, first home game of the season. So make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, and head across to Arsenal Fan TV, see the opposition previews. Robbie, thank you for coming on.
Cheers, man.